Hello everybody, Realm Builder Guy here, and welcome back to the channel and Imperator Rome here with Sparta. So once again, thank you for all the views and likes and comments. Please keep those coming. If you're enjoying the series, please consider dropping a like. And if you're new, subscribe and don't miss any Imperator Rome or any other gaming content here on the channel. All right, so we've got an innovation, or an invention, and I'm going to go, I've already decided, with slave latifundia. So this will give us slaves needed for surplus -1, rights of man we have. So basically the establishment of vast plantations, mines, or other specialized land dedicated to production, populated largely by slaves or working class persons, vastly improves the efficiency of our resource gathering. Such latifundia were often distributed after conquest to entrepreneurial private citizens, commanders, and those willing to pay for them. So slaves are needed to create a surplus. Surplus, of course, means you produce more goods and you get all the surplus bonuses. So I want to go down this one. There are a few other ones I looked at. But we're going to have oratory advances not too terribly far in the future. A few years, we can go somewhere else. But I do like this one, especially because this goes down the slave output side. And as we all know, well, slavery was kind of a big deal for the Spartans. So, where we find ourselves here, we also have a disloyal province here, unfortunately. Now, the loyalty is going back up. We had to make some changes. The harsh treatment is the big one that makes the difference here. I wish I could get rid of the harsh treatment. That's a real pain to try to get this up. Let's see. We can spend a free province investment on provincial loyalty. So this is fortify province. So we will do that. So once that's done, we will bump up the loyalty there again by that additional level. Oh, they already gave it. Province fortifications is already on there of plus 0.01. So it's 0.9. So the 24 difference dropping down, it's a bit of an issue. Now, one thing we can look at here is, where do we have you? Culture. And we have, I think it's Aegean, Aetolian, Athenian. Where are you guys? What is your culture? I have to find you. Aegean? Yes, Aegean is the culture group. So here we've got the rights. So they're set going up to free men. We can bump them up to citizens. So culture happiness up by 5%. Very important. Decisions. Right of inheritance. So what this means is that, okay, we lose some stability. The province of Sparta's loyalty increased by 6. So the Aegean culture gains protected inheritances. Cultural integration speed goes up by 10%. Cultural happiness up by 6%. Sparta gains extended rights of inheritance for 36 months. National citizen happiness overall is down because we're giving these people more. We could also bump up to right to enter legal contracts. Culture, slave happiness drops, but slave happiness really isn't that important. The culture freeman output goes up. Protection against torture. So the next one up here, I don't see huge. I think we're going to go with rights of inheritance. So there you go. There's no point in bumping up citizen. Because they would lose the protected inheritance. Right now they get a plus 5% there. This would just be a slight difference. But that will help our overall loyalty. So if we go to the terrain map here, so we already got a little bit, yeah, we got the bump up here in loyalty. It was at 21, now it's at 27, so that edged it into the right direction. I'd like to get rid of harsh treatment. But unfortunately, harsh treatment is kind of something we need right now. Now we can also look at investments here. This helps provincial loyalty you know, courts of law. We can spam courts of law. I hate spamming things. Here's another one. Build a grand theater. There are too few people in Rhodos for another building, so we'd have to deconstruct one to be able to build that. We can get rid of a library to put in the Grand Theater. So that gives us a big bump in provincial loyalty. The Grand Temple does as well. I would say we would then go probably with the Grand Temple as one. Foundries and so on. So there are a few things we can do here. We have a city. We can, let's see, what else do we have here? Relocate capital. So we've got a few different options here, but either way, we're working on bumping up their loyalty bit by bit by bit. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, of course, we're kind of part of this little proxy war going on here. Let's pop everything back out here. While I am at it, we go to our Stratos. They are currently out here to sea. And I think it's our second Nauticon is there. Our first Nauticon is there. So they're heading up here to kind of partake in this little proxy war. You know, they'll land up here and then march into Adrissa and gain some experience. At least that's the goal. But beyond that, one thing that I tested, because somebody mentioned it in the comments, and that is how to negate this defensive league and isolate Messenia. So if we go to Messenia, here. So they are in a defensive league with a number of people here. One way to do that is to actually ally everybody, or you can't ally absolutely everybody. You can ally almost everybody in a defensive league, declare a war against somebody else, and then declare the war on your target. So what that will do, if I ally everybody in the defensive league, except for Messenia and maybe one or two that just won't join, and we then declare a war on Athens, okay? Everybody engages in the war that is part of this defensive league. We then turn around and declare a war on Messenia as well. What will happen then is none of the defensive league members that are our allies will join Messenia in defending them. The problem you have right now is that our other allies won't really join either because they're all busy doing their own thing. Sparta is, Thrace, we're Sparta. Thrace is busy, and then I believe Macedon is dealing with its own internal revolt, so they've got their own stuff going on, and Knossos, for some reason, just still has no interest. Now the loyalty is back down again, mainly due to aggressive expansion. It's a little annoying. Let's be honest. I'm getting to the point where it's like they're just gonna always be disloyal. Loyalty was up at one point, but power relative to Overlord is kind of the problem here. So anyway, Knossos will never join us, but they give us money and, you know, they're there. Okay, we probably could have gone with a different status with them, but with a client state, of course, we can integrate them eventually, which will be the goal with Knossos at that point. But right now, so we could isolate Messenia to maybe have one or two allies, at which point you're looking at probably about 6,000, which unfortunately is still too much for us to defeat at this time. So, you know, we're just going to have to move on. But just so you know, there is an end date in sight and a workaround. It's a little bit cheesy. It's a little bit, you know, taking the game mechanics and using it against itself, but I'm choosing to view it as just, you know, crafty diplomatic maneuvering right now. All right, so we're going to move these guys, and let's just head up here and help out the Thracians in their war against Adrissa. Our legion has now made it here to Adrisia and is starting to occupy things down. This is really big on military experience. That's the main reason why I've decided to do this, is for the military experience gain. We're very close. Once we hit 80, of course, we can do another military tech advancement or tradition. If we look at our traditions, twisting the knife, Arius Aegeid, for reasons known only unto himself, has begun to view Philotyros with jealousy and distrust. Okay. So the next one here, if we go down pole traditions as an example, so 80, we can move on to the next one. Kleino Aegeid, heart stopped after sighting a comet at the age of 74. The wife has died. So unmarried ruler. Let's maybe find a new marriage, shall we? Alright, an unlikely proposal. Blustering with excitement, Arius summoned his domestic aid. After far too long alone, like a day, he decided to extend an offer of marriage to the fabulous young woman, Nikesipolis of the dynasty. The envoy reports that the proposal, whilst flattering, evoked a great deal of amusement from Nikesipolis and her companions, who made no effort to conceal their contempt regarding the advanced age of Arius. We have to consider yielding a sizable dowry of Arius to find love at such a distant gap of age. Cunning. We do have gold. That comes out of the coffers of our own, of the treasury of the state. No, let's go look somewhere else. You know what? We're just going to leave him unmarried then. I mean, he's 72. We could maybe find a different person who's not quite that big of an age gap. What do we have here? We've got, let's see. She is content, depressed, scholar, devout, and weak-willed. That sounds promising. Zealous, stressed, just, humble, and kindly. Phile. Blustering with excitement, and reports of the older woman, Phile, was almost swooned after seeing the news. Splendid. Let us arrange the festivities. Alright, so that is done. Get another marriage done. I mean, obviously not going to produce any children out of that, but we're good with kids, so. Isanian civil war has ended. Interesting. Nothing more than that. And we are helping the Thracians conquer out here. Oh, there's an Adrisian military force. We're going to get engaged with them. We weren't able to get out of that one. Get any allies to come in and help us out? Anybody? At any time? Anytime soon? No, we are defeated. Damn it. I didn't see them coming. I wasn't paying attention. And so we lost that battle. Now we're going back home. Alright, fine. So be it. That was frustrating. It wasn't even that powerful of an army. I kind of thought maybe one of the Thracians would come in, but apparently that's not how alliances with Thrace work these days. Frustrating to say the least. And now they are defeated yet again. Odrissa sues for peace. Okay. White peace with Odrissa. There cannot be war without violence. Alright. Cool. Offer of alliance from Oreos. Oreos is there. They're in a defensive league with Athens, Boeotia, and Thebes. I'm gonna go with no with you right now. I'm just gonna say no. Alright. So now let's get these guys back home. Our second Nauticon is down here. No, our first Nauticon. You are the guys to bring them home. And they're still moving. We bring sad news. Philotyros Hecatasid is dead. Alright. Well, I didn't pay attention. And that's our governor. And the province loyalty, of course, dramatically went down. Let's see, he's very corrupt. We're not going to put in anybody who's corrupt. No corruption at all. He's pretty good. Cratios. He's also just, so monthly civilization change plus instability change goes up as well. So we will put him in. And now things are looking peachy again. Very nice. So we can now pick another military tradition. So let's take a little look here. We could go with further down this side here. So we've got specialist infantry. So that would give us archers offense plus 15% and archers cost minus 10%. It's not bad. Then we've got the Thyreophoroi. So that gives us a light infantry morale of plus 10%. Greek naval tradition. So that gives us gains a navy in Tainaran and open sea combat bonus plus 10%, coastal sea combat bonus plus 10%. Or we could go down state fortifications. So the territory of Sparta gains a fortress. Fort defense plus 15%, national fort infrastructure capacity plus 1. Yeah, the problem is more forts means more money. Kingdom traditions, here we can go with a nobility ride, so light cavalry morale plus 10%. Or we can go veterans of the Great Campaign. Character with exceptionally high marshal is promoted from the ranks. Cohort starting experience plus 5%. Experience decay minus 0.5. This goes down. Military colonies. Sarissa. We're going to stick with the polis. And naval tradition, I do kind of like that one because we get the combat bonuses in the sea, even though we're not going to fight a lot in the sea right now. I think giving, we've got more heavy infantry is the next one. That's the maintenance cost, combat bonuses there. But I like giving our archers a little bit more of a bonus, so we'll go with that. Alright, so I have decided to pick a target. We're going to try that, let's call it an exploit, the political and strategic diplomatic maneuvering. So I'm not going to use Athens as our kind of proxy war, because they are in their own defensive league with Thebes, Boeotia, and Oreos. So instead, what I'm going to do is pick a target that is relatively isolated. And the isolated target here is Miletos. Miletos at this time has no military alliances and no defensive leagues. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to fabricate a claim for the province of Ionia. Of course, that is going to take a little bit of time, but we will get there. It will take until 505, so about just over a year. At that point, I'm going to declare a war on them, and we're just kind of going to leave it. I'm actually going to go so far as to then send our levies from here over here to fight. So we have a larger military strength in Sparta. But once we get to the point where that war is going to happen, we'll see what Macedon is doing with their internal revolt, which right now looks like they're going to crush. Hopefully, nobody else declares a war in the meantime, because then what we will do is actually add as many alliances here in the Peloponnese as we can, declare a war here on Miletos, call in all of our allies that are in the Peloponnese. That's the key thing. I'm not going to call in Thrace or Macedon. Just them. Oh. Roshas will now... Oh, somebody died. Death. There we go. This should be first. Arius, the first Aegea, died from natural causes at the age of 73. Now, Philopoemenos, the first Aegeid, rose to the throne. He's pretty good at oratory skills. He is now the head. New ruler of monarchy impact. So that really crashed down our stability, which is to be expected. So now let's take a look at this man right here. He is married to Cassandra Penaeid. What does he have? He is a benefactor. So monthly popularity goes up by 0.05. Attraction as heir +1. Slave, great wonder construction +2%. Slave happiness plus 8%. National slave happiness. So national and local up by 8%. He is sarcastic, so diplomatic reputation not great. He's assertive. So character prominence plus 0.05. Monthly statesmanship plus 0.1%. Great wonder construction plus 2%. So he likes great wonders, okay? Province commerce goes up by 5%. National commerce income up by 5%. And he is self-controlled, so his zeal goes up plus 1. Local pop growth minus 0.02%. He has a spouse, Cassandra, and he has 4 children. Himself is already 53. So Thearidas, then who is he should be the heir, should be Faradius, Thearidas, whatever. Then he has Lysandra, Aratos, and Selene. So let's look here. Administration, everything looks good. Provinces. Crete is the one where the loyalty is down. So let's take a look at Cretan loyalty, which is dropping. Let's head down here. Why are you dropping? Yeah, mainly because of what's the biggest negative here? Tina. Yeah, what we need to do is actually bump things up. So we could just go with harsh treatment. So here, our local tax goes up, governor wage plus 8%. We go with harsh treatment, so the population output drops dramatically, migration attraction goes down. We're just going to leave that for right now. Succession and pretenders. Got a few here. No one's been anointed just yet, but the succession looks like is Theridius Gead, 23 years old. He is a benefactor. He is cold. He's assertive, and he's very corrupt. Well, 10 corruption. We've seen more corrupt characters. So there we are. Arius, our first Vasilevs of Sparta, has died. The Macedonian, dang it, realm builder guy. Macedonian civil war has ended. So they are done there, and right now we're just waiting on our claim in Miletos and just kind of letting things tick along a little bit. Troubling developments. Recently we have seen our royal tutor, Philon Penead, as well as those under his charge, have been doing a disappointing job. It seems people having issues with them keep reporting back to us how difficult they are to work with. When talking to the man, he claims it is simply a matter of bureaucracy being difficult and that the funds for his office has been lacking lately. He makes sure to mention repeatedly that it would most likely work out if only they were given more funds to work with. The corrupt trader will not be given any more. Or here's silver. Are you happy now? 15 gold. Let's see, our corruption goes up by 5. He gets 15 gold. His loyalty goes up, and his corruption goes up. We're gonna go with nah. Sorry, not gonna happen. Liberation. The Council of Rhodos have taken it upon themselves to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. We could intervene if we think it best. Letting slaves get too comfortable could have repercussions. So giving them freedom, so the local governor will lose loyalty to us, but we get 2 freemen in Rhodos, become more popular. How would our governor manage without these slaves? So what does this do? So he gains corruption, we lose popularity, and Sparta gains 23. I mean, Sparta is a slave-based economy, so we're gonna go with that. So we're just gonna focus on that a little bit. Now we are having some research efficiency issues, so we're gonna have to address that as well. Got the notification there, as far as the output not being great. But right now, I'll be honest, my main focus is breaking this league and finally progressing down this path. Finally. I mean, the Spartan mission tree isn't overly large or complex. You can see it's just this one little thing, but one of the main things is we just haven't been able to advance. So that is the absolute main #1 priority and goal here, is to basically have to exploit a little bit to get around this through our little proxy war. But giving it some time until that's available is good, because we're going to bring in more money. Our manpower will continue to grow, or better said, we are now at manpower maximum. We will be gaining more military experience in the meantime, political influence, and of course stability, another big thing. And all of these aggressive expansion, war exhaustion, tyranny, all are down at 0, which is great to see. So now we have our casus belli. It's Miletos. So now we are going to see if we can finally get to this war. But first things first, we want to raise all of our levies. So we will raise this levy here, put them on the ship, and send them over to Sparta. Obviously, Miletos is going, wait, what? Why are you doing that? Why are you going all the way over there? Well, you are just a puppet and nothing more. Well, Philopenos has fallen ill. Perhaps if he is wealthy enough, he will seek treatment on his own volition. Gains Mentagra. Ooh, charisma goes down and health goes down. Interesting. Okay, so we've tested this. Now we have too many relations, and following are looking at breaking alliances with us. So now we have allied with pretty much everyone. The only ones that so far are not allied with us, let's see here. So they are not allied with us, and other than that, I think everybody is allied with us. So there you can see it. These are all of our allies. They're not allied, and obviously they are not. So now what we're going to do is try this ultimate cheese factor. And we're going to go over here, and we're going to declare a war. Now we're going to call in all of the Peloponnesian allies to this. All of them. Now, we can't call them. We're still waiting on him to come back on the 7th of October. And then we can add these guys as well. All right, here we go. We're also in a war. Rome has declared a war on Sparta. So, yeah. Come on. Our goal is to take Aetolia. I may just peace out from that one as fast as possible, but we're gonna try this here. This is really annoying. Adrissa and Thrace are at war again. So we're gonna declare this war, taking Ionia. So now we've added all of those. Move that forward here. Now we're gonna head over here. Well, first we're gonna bump up our army maintenance and our fleet maintenance. Then what we're going to do is come down here, declare a war here. Now we have nobody that comes in, but nobody on their side is coming in either except Azania. So we're going to declare that war as well. And so the Romans want, let's hit pause, Aetolia. So Aetolia is up here. Sue for peace, offering Aetolia. I'm gonna do it. I don't want any part of Rome. I know that's not great, but so be it. But anyway, we are now here. We have now declared this war. Those guys are up there. We're gonna send our 5,000 troops in, and we will see what exactly happens here. Perseus Proteid has died. Okay, so now let's hit pause here. We need a new researcher in religious. We will take the man who's 32, put him in charge there. Call our allies. Call to war. You know what? May as well. Just call in our allies. I mean, they're all heading over to Miletos to win that war for us while we are dealing with this one here. So we've got 2,000 from them and then our own 2,000. So what we're going to also do is tell the Nauticon here, we're going to hunt fleets. And the second Nauticon, you're going to hunt fleets as well. So like I said, this is a little bit of interesting maneuvering. But we will see if this works out and we can finally end this damn thing and call it a day and get Laconia. And then, of course, we need to just start dropping a lot of these alliances. An Omen, we're going to call Athena, of course, increase the discipline, because too many alliances has a huge political influence hit for us, minus 50%. But it's kind of one of those we decided to go with at this point. It's a risk I think it's worth taking. We've got that small army here kind of sieging down some of our territory. But as we gain progress down here, well, then I think we'll be fine. Let's take a look. How's it looking over here with Miletos? I mean, the good thing is we've got a lot of allies swarming in here, so they will take care of that war for us. The 133rd Olympia, let it be known, it will be held, so opinion bonus for us. Thank you very much. And we continue here. Granaries have been raided. We have just received word from local officials in the province of Sparta that several important provincial food stockpiles have been looted by malcontents owing to the contempt for the government across the area. It seems they hope to make tensions worse by forcing hungry people to action. All right, we will just have to replace the stockpile. So he gains loyalty. Sparta loses gold. Loyalty in Sporadus goes up by 10. Yeah, we will definitely do that. So we can see we have some of our allies have come in here. Boeotia is moving in. Macedon is moving in. So they will destroy the enemy, the only allies that they have. So I'm not overly concerned with that, and they're going to siege some of that stuff down. So ideally, Boeotia and Macedon will take care of that, whilst our other allies from this defensive league helping over there. Sack of Rhodes. The temple of Helios of Rhodes has been sacked by the hostile forces of Miletos. Yeah, but we're still up here, and we are moving in the perfect direction here. So this little gamble may prove to work. Arcetus Euclid has died. Sue for peace. What do they want? No, we're going to decline that offer. I want everything. We have scorned families. Who is scorned? The Euclids. And we need a researcher. Martial advances. We will put in a Euclid there. So that is taken care of. No, my friend. If I sue for peace, then Messenia, I want all of it. I definitely want all of this right here. But we are moving in the right direction. You can see that our allies are doing the trick up north. Good, the Olympiad has ended. So they're doing a good job there in sieging down their sole ally. If we go over here to Miletos, yeah, I mean, they're just getting completely swarmed. Macedon is sitting there. Stability has increased. What are they suing for peace? No. No. I'm not just taking Leuctron. I don't know how to pronounce that. No, I want everything, buddy. I'm going to take your capital. I'm going to take all of Laconia. And then we're going to start ending some of these alliances. Nope. We're heading in the right direction. His army's still sitting there. The Boeotians are out there. Battle. We have won a sea battle. Very nice. Destroyed Miletus. And we have won the siege of Messene. Spartan Milesian War has almost come to a close, but first we need to sue for peace here. Messenia goes to us. So Messenia is all of this. Now we could send that to Macedon as well. Kind of reward them, but we're not going to do that. We are just going to take Laconia. Is there anything else we can do? No, we are going to take Messenia. Alright, so pass judgment on the important families. Let's take a look at Telesarchos. You are corrupt. You are 75. I do not welcome you. Herophilos. So you're 55. Not corrupt. You're okay. So Herophilos, welcome. Turn down the game speed here a little bit. It's going all a little bit fast. And Mincedos. You're okay. We will give you refuge. And the rest will be crucified. And now we will go and... Hold on. Perfect. And we will go over here. We will sue for peace. And Milesian Ionia to Macedon. That's fine. I don't really care. Sure, you can have that. You were just a puppet, my friend. Just a puppet. Where do we have exiled armies? Oh, our Nauticon. Alright, well, you will go and destroy pirates. Let's see. You're in our first Nauticon. We will send you to destroy pirates as well. Alright, so too many relations, breaking alliances. We're still in that war. Unused trade routes, we're going to worry about that, but we have completed Helots. Once more, Sparta owns Leuctron, Messene, and Methone, and slaves appear in Sparta. Helots once more. Messenia has finally returned to the fold and become part of Laconia proper once more. The arrogant Helots have been put in their place. We can celebrate with the knowledge that the gods sung our victory from the very start, proving our cause was a just one. Now we can even continue on down here. Re-incorporation. So, Messene permanently gets Messenian infrastructure, so local tax goes up by 5%. Slaves needed for local surplus -1, and provincial food capacity plus 200. Though originally the part of Sparta, Messenia was forcibly taken by the warlord Epaminondas of Thebes, who founded a new city to try to hinder our growth. With our recapture of the territory and expansion of the local infrastructure, we have turned his ill intentions into a powerful boon for the future of our nation. All right, we've got an unused import route. So let's see. We've got a lot of places that we can import things. Let's see. Earthenware. What do we have anything grain we can bring in from anywhere? Let's see. My blind grain. So grain, we bring that. Our global monthly food modifier goes up. That's not really an issue. Papyrus. Papyrus and nobody. Marble. Noble happiness will go up if we bring in marble. Silk. Noble happiness will come in as well from that. Or go up from that. That's a pretty good one. Silk will bring in from Cyclades. Make them happy. Alright. Well, that was very nice. And now we got to look at our diplomatic relations, where we have way too many. Way too many diplomatic relations. So, how many diplomatic relations? So we've got to drop 5 of these bad boys. So we're going to dissolve the alliance with Herrea. That's 1. Megalopolis, we will dissolve the alliance with you. We'll dissolve the alliance with you. Got 2 more. We're going to dissolve the alliance with you. And I think got 1 more alliance to dissolve. Did I get everybody? Oh, here we go. Meditea, we will dissolve the alliance with you. All right, I'm keeping the alliance with Argos right now. Just for right now. But now we've gotten rid of all that, we're going to go to our economy. I am going to drop down our fleet maintenance and our fort maintenance. Yes, I know we're technically helping Thrace with that war, but I'm pretty sure they got it. And then beyond that, we will have to dissolve our levies. We can raise levies. I don't want to raise levies. I want to disband some levies. Oh, but we can't because we are at war, of course, up north. That's fine. We'll keep them in here. Let's see. Olives. We will accept the offer from Carthage. Levantine wants olives as well. So now, economically, we're going to start bumping that up quite nicely. But there you have it, my friends. Let's go back here. Sparta has conquered the south, so Argos and Boeotia might be breaking alliances. I'm okay with that. We have now finally conquered what we wanted to conquer all along, which was all of Laconia is now part of Sparta. So now we are in a good position. We have broken down a major component of this defensive league, and we can continue looking at expanding our reach down here. Now the problem is eventually we're gonna come to loggerheads here with the Macedonians if we want all of the Peloponnese. But getting that was absolutely vital, crucial, and huge for us. That was a big one. Please, if you enjoyed that, hit the like button, and then we'll see where we go from here. But a big conquest was done, and until next time, I'm Realm Builder Guy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.